It's 14 minutes to 7. I'm going to take you to Regent Street this morning. Now, look at this. This is what people heading to work at Regent Street. This is a view, I think, from New Broadcasting House, where the BBC's based, of course, in London. And overnight, all this bunting was put up. And it's to mark, of course, the Queen's Jubilee at the start of next month. And we're going to actually talk to the CEO of the new West End company, which basically owns lots of properties in Regent Street, to talk about this, because the celebrations are beginning and we're building up to it. We saw the Queen, didn't we, at the Hall Show, Royal Windsor Hall Show last weekend.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because we've talked a lot about the events that are coming up, and then when you see an image like that,
fabulous,
you start to get a sense of what it really will look and feel like. You know, right in the centre of London, busy street, and yeah, you're just getting a sense of how things will be transformed.
And if you wanted a contrast from the busy city environs to some tranquility, preparations are well underway ahead of next month's celebrations to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. The nation's preparing to mark 70 years of Her Majesty's reign.
Let's find out what that's going to look like in practice. We're joined by Jace Tyrrell, who's from the new West End company, which operates Regent Street in London, where Union Jacks have been put up overnight. Very good morning to you, Jace. And I think we can see behind you, if you like, the first images, the first tangible sign. Tell us about it's a whole sort of army of flags behind you there.
Yes, well, good morning from the rooftops of Regent Street. And you're right, here I am. The Crown Estate have unveiled 150 Union flags here on Regent Street in St James's. And, of course, this is the big countdown as we get ready to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee right across London's West End. And the excitement is building. I think we've got the most Union flags anywhere in the country right now going up today.
So it's going to be on a grand scale, and we're just starting to get a picture of that. Talk us through the other things that will be happening, the visuals.
So, look, the flags are up, and there isn't a street, I think, in the West End you won't see the flags. And the bunting, lots of street parties being rolled out in Jermyn Street. There's a fete on the Saturday. Lots of parties around Grosvenor Square. But I think afternoon tea is in abundance. There's going to be live screens capturing all the best bits of the BBC over the 4 days. So I think it's really going to capture that wonderful moment as we mark the Platinum Jubilee. And, of course, Regent Street and St James's was the coronation route 70 years ago. So you can come here and take an audio tour and actually experience that route as well if you weren't here 70 years ago to experience it the first time round.
Jason, like some other people, I'm quite fascinated by the practicalities. I mean, how did this just happen overnight? Did a team of guys come in and put the flags up overnight?
It pretty much is an overnight operation. Lots of planning goes into it, and I think the next few nights, more and more of the streets right across the West End will get the Union flags up. But it is an operation, an army of people here. You would have been here, early in the morning, and I think it looks fantastic. Obviously, we've got a wonderful view here on the rooftop, but even on the ground, it's just marvellous to see all the flags up, getting ready for the celebrations.
I tell you what, like a lot of people, Jace, I think you realise sometimes how perfect London is to showcase an event, isn't it? You just start to see things slightly differently when they're adorned in a certain way.
Totally, and I think, for our UK visitors, and there's many that we think will be here over the Jubilee weekend, but of course this is a global moment for the country to shine right here in London, and I think already lots of interest from visitors from the US, from Europe, so I think we do royal very well here, and of course it's fantastic to start that with the Union flags going up here on Regent Street this morning.
Jason, nice to speak to you this morning. A little envious of your vantage point there, high above London. Nice to see you. Thank you.
When the sun is shining, that is going to be glorious, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And also walking to work, if anyone's around there today, will just kind of be looking up. And it gets you in the mood in a month's time. It's coming up to past.